So when I talk about roads of independence, you'll also hear me refer to it as ROI, okay? So what we want to do is support our youth and young adults by helping them in their journey into adulthood. So thinking about our vision and our mission, we want to remove the barriers preventing young and youth adults to transition to adulthood, okay? So how do we do this? We do this by having individualized plans for them. We don't do cookie cutter. We make sure that it's culturally appropriate, and we make sure that they're very much involved in the process, okay? And then who qualifies? So youth and young adults ages 16 to 25, they do not have to have a mental health diagnosis. And I want to say that again, because a lot of times people do not refer because they think they need a diagnosis. They do not, okay? We are looking, if they have a history of mental health challenges or currently, we will see them. But also, if they have substance use disorder, if they've ever been in foster care or DSS, currently or in the past, they would qualify. If they have any homelessness, so if they're going from couch to couch, they qualify. Also, too, if they just need help with life skills and support, they qualify. So that's why they just don't need a mental health diagnosis. If they just need to talk, they can come. So basically, 16 to 25, you can send them to us because they'll qualify for our program. All right, and how to become a member? So we do referrals. We'll talk about the referral form in a minute, but they can come, we'll tell you guys where we're located, but they can walk in themselves. Agencies can make the referral, family members, caregivers can make the referral, and that's our form. And what I can do, if anybody's interested, I can definitely email it to you. So the process is somebody completes the referral form, and either they hand it to me, they come to the building, mail it to our building, or email it. Once we get it, I'll look at it, we'll make contact, and then that's how we get the ball rolling with them. Now, I will say most of our referrals have been internal, so we would love to get some external referrals. So if you know anybody 16 to 25, Florence is our main hub, okay? But we also see clients in Darlington, Hartsville, Lamar, and Marion, as well as Lake City. So we have satellite centers there, so those patients do not have to come to us. We have a team that will go to them. All right, some of the services we offer. So counseling, we have mental health professionals, and we do evidence-based treatment. We have youth peer support, which I really want to spend some time on. That has been really, really great in our program. So our youth peer support, our employees, they're between 18 to 30. So they're close in age with our patients. We've seen a complete turnaround. Our patients have been able to, have a voice. They felt safe to talk to them. So it's been really, really great to have youth peer support. If they want to do education planning, we can talk to them about that. I want to say something a little bit about our benefits. A lot of times we hear our patients, as soon as they turn 19, they don't have Medicaid. Well, we actually have Nikki right beside me, who is our entitlement specialist, and she works closely with them in helping them to get insurance if they qualify, or giving them options. So we don't want to turn anybody away because they don't have insurance, because we have help for that too, okay? The other thing that we do is transitional planning. That is really important. So anybody 16 to 18, even if they're seeing a school-based counselor in a school, they can be referred to us. They don't have to be fully referred, but they can come and do transitional planning with us, which is individualized. So when they come to us, they create this plan, okay? So we help them, but we want to make sure whatever they're working on, they're interested in, okay? So we call that, and it's the first or second appointment that we do that, and it's a roadmap to help them gain the skills. So if they come in, they want to learn how to drive, that's what we're talking about. If they want a job, things like that. So there's a lot of different columns that they can select and decide to work on. Suicide prevention action plans, want to really talk about that. Everybody who comes into our building, we assess for suicide, okay? We do follow the zero suicide framework, and we make sure anytime we make contact with them, we're asking the questions, how are you feeling today? And it doesn't have to be our clinical staff, anybody who talks to them. So if it's our front desk person, they're asking too, they're trained too. Because we want to make sure that we're asking those questions. We do use the Stanley Brown safety plan, and we do that with all of our patients regardless. So even if they're not suicidal, we're making a plan so we know what triggers they have. That is just one of our group calendars. So our peer support, they do individual as well as they do group. And we've been doing group, this is our second year, so we are just doing group 2 days out the week, but it's been really, really good. The reason we've had such a good turnout with our group is that our young people, they decide what we're gonna do for group. So everything about our program, our youth, they tell us what they wanna do. Because if we tell them, they're not gonna come. So they're the ones that come up, if they wanna do coping skills, whatever they wanna do, we're doing it. Well, within reason, I take that back. But within reason, but we definitely wanna make sure they're part and they have a voice in this. That's just a copy of our brochure. And we do have a table, Office of Mental Health. There's a table and a lot of our brochures are there, as well as our flyers. I'm just gonna say a little bit about our flyers. What we're trying to do is find patients that might not even know they need help. So for our young people, QR codes are the best way to get them to do anything. So we have this flyer, but what they don't realize is it's gonna take them to an anxiety screener, just a couple of questions. And when they do answer the questions, it comes right to my email. So then we find a way to call them and say, oh, hey, you met such and such in the community, and talk to them more about our program and get them to come in. That is our building in Florence. And like I mentioned, we have other locations that are satellite offices. And I will mention that in all of these different counties, we're in adult ed. So that's our other location. What we want to make sure is, due to the stigma, they don't have to come to a mental health center. So we're in the community. That's just some pictures of our building in Florence. We have the bright colors, things that attract them so they come in. And if they have any input, they let us know. Advisory council. So we have all these great ideas, but we want to make sure that we have partners, because without partners, like we've said throughout the entire conference, we're not going to be successful, right? So it takes a village of everybody in the community to help us. So we have advisory council meetings every 3 months. And so what we try to do every time we have council meetings is, because we're trying to get involved in different areas, we'll have it in Florence or Darlington. Now we're in Marion, right? So we're trying to get the community in Marion to know about our program. And we're actually getting quite a few referrals. Thank you, Selena and Marion. And so our advisory council, we have our agencies. If they work 16 to 25-year-olds, if they're caregivers of 16 to 25-year-olds, we're asking them to be part of our advisory council. This is when we actually really talk about our outcomes. I mentioned SAMHSA, so there's outcomes, there's goals, things that we have to meet. And that's when we're very transparent and letting everybody know exactly where we are and trying to come up with ways to, if there's some barriers, like right now it's referrals, come up with ways so that, we can get more referrals in. We want our young people to have a voice, so we also have a youth council. So they meet every 3 months too, and they have an opportunity to tell us things they want to work on. We talk to them, just how they feel the program's going, changes they think we need to make. So I think that's really important too. If they want their parents to come, they can come. But if not, we still talk to the parents too, because we want their input. And that's just some of our community partners. I will say, everybody that I'm listed right there has been so helpful with us. Thinking about just having a pantry in our building. My brother's keeper, every week we go and get like a snack pack. Oh yeah, and one of our partners, they are providing us with clothes. So we have a closet. So if we have young people that need help with clothing, no matter the situation, a lot of them want to go to interviews, they don't have interview clothes. So we have a closet, they're able to get any of the clothing we have in there free. We'll have a washer and dryer, so if they need to wash clothes, but right now, we have them wash clothes in the main building. There is a full kitchen in there as well. That's just testimonies from 2 of our patients that have been with us. All right, and then next is our contact information for 3 of us. So there's my email address. I'm Nicole Spencer. You can email me anytime. If you all want me to come and speak to your folks, we're definitely open to doing that too. We are really excited about this program. We've come a long way, but we are definitely looking for referrals. So if you know anybody 16 to 25, again, they don't have to have a mental health diagnosis. Please refer them. Send me an email, I can send you a referral, and we get back to them fairly quickly. And we would love for more people to join our advisory council as well. Thank you all for your time.